Today is Sunday, August 19th, and you're listening to Life in General with Ron Tang. What's going on, everyone? I'm back. Did you guys like the guest component? I know it went a little bit longer than expected, and I even edited the whole thing down to like 37 minutes. The people that did listen to the last one know that my good friend Chris that came on was a professor at the U of T. So, like he said, he's deeply trivial, and he was fully in lecture mode at that time. So, went on a little bit longer than expected, but the feedback was good. I had a few people message me saying that they really liked having him on. Of course, a lot more people listened because he shared this podcast with his friends. So I thought it went pretty well. I'm pretty excited to bring a few more people on. Of course, there's about three to four people I have in mind that could talk about certain topics that I'm not familiar or not as familiar with. It's kind of like their thing. So yeah, I can't wait. Oh, and by the way, I had my first sort of like critique, or a person messaged me complaining or not complaining. This person was a little bit offended. So the one that I did before the last one, I talked about the whole thing where women say you're not a real man if you don't like. She's like, are you fat shaming? I'm like, no, I'm not fat shaming. Like, well, I haven't even got to that yet. That whole you're not a real man, usually come from women posting these memes, and they're typically a little bit overweight, saying like bones are for dogs, real men like this. So that was that whole thing. And I'm like, no, I'm not fat shaming. And then I gave her a piece of my mind. The thing I'm seeing and that I'm sick of is this whole fit shaming, this whole body positive movement, love yourself, which is great and all, but they're promoting women who are typically overweight to love themselves, which is fine. But now they got this thing where people criticize fitness models, and now there's a lot of fitness models, especially on social media. And I find that people are criticizing them because it makes them feel better about their lack of discipline and unhealthy habits. My friend Judy posted this picture. She reposted this article from one of my favorite bodybuilders, this Australian bodybuilder Lee Priest. It talks about how now it's the norm to be overweight, and it is a shame, because articles such as this is trying to discredit women who are actually building muscular bodies, which I understand both sides of the spectrum. It may not be appealing to everybody. The researchers interviewed 356 women aged 17 to 30 and found such messages did not mitigate against the negative ideal of being thin, feeling body dissatisfaction, dieting to lose weight. The desire for thinness in any form is enough to elicit harmful outcomes, irrespective of any coexisting muscular body goals, Dr. Ullman says. See, to me, fitness women are some of the hardest working women out there. And I think that their body reflects their work ethic, first of all. Unlike fashion models, they don't actually starve themselves. They actually have to eat properly and make sure that they're receiving proper nutrition. I think that's more admirable than just being obese and looking like a garbage disposal, and now celebrated through the Love Your Body movement. All of a sudden, looking fit is labeled extreme and unhealthy. Stop that shit. Anyways, kudos to women who work out and go through a training regimen and proper nutrition and exercise. And now they're more muscular than some men, only by choice. And, it's funny because some women who go to the gym, I swear they tell their trainers, like, yeah, I just want to like tone up a little bit, and I don't want to get like huge. I don't want to get too big when I lift these weights. It's like, okay, you're not gonna get that big even if you tried. Like, do you know how hard it is to build muscle? Like, it requires around the clock discipline. Like, you're just not gonna get huge. So the women that do, they're actually putting in the time to properly eat, to make sure they get enough sleep, to make sure they're hydrated, taking supplements, training 3, 4, 5 times a week. So yeah, kudos to them. Do dudes participate in the love your body movement. I don't know. I feel like their version of that is like when they're not in shape, a lot of them just get tattoos. And if you're obese, then you get a Harley. I don't know. That's kind of just what I see, and that's what I think. That's how motorcycles work, don't they? Now you got something going on. Just like those band nerds, how guitars work. It's like girlfriend, no girlfriend. Learn to play guitar, girlfriend. But yeah, anyways, moving on. The premiere of Crazy Rich Asians was yesterday, which, to be honest, I don't know much about it. I'm not going to pretend to. My brother just called me up and he's like, hey, are you going to come watch the premiere of Crazy Rich Asians? I'm like, no, not really. I'll watch it eventually. Is that like our version of Black Panther? I don't know. But I do know that the leads, I think two of the leads were only half Asian. I guess we're not as progressive as we think. Maybe it just wouldn't sell as well having a full Asian cast. Well, it is a full Asian cast, but two of them are mixed. I think two of the leads are half Caucasian, but we're getting there. Still a huge step. But I'm also not one of those. It's like, hey, we have to put more minorities in every single movie. It's like, well, no, we don't. I don't think so. Are we not being politically correct because there's no minorities in 300? They need Greeks and Persians, okay? Asians have no place in that movie, so stop this. But I gotta say, the only thing I do agree with, it's like if it's an Asian person that was told in the comics or the book, then yeah, hire the right ethnicity for the role. But don't just start putting ethnicity in all these movies just to be politically correct, especially if the story that's told doesn't have those type of ethnic people in there. So that's sort of my thought. But yeah, I'm gonna go see the movie eventually. First, Crazy Rich Asians, and then crazy Asian superheroes. Who knows, right? There's not enough superheroes to save all of you. That's what everyone needs, right? Superheroes to look up to. That's why they keep making them. The tickets sell, and you guys need superheroes. Preferably someone that looks like something out of a fitness magazine with superpowers. I got heroes. I find the people that are older, they have heroes, but their heroes are more so people that don't have superpowers, and they're just regular folks who make giant sacrifices that are of no benefit to themselves. Something you and I would never do. And it's for the betterment of the political or economic system. Like that Algerian hacker kid a couple of years ago, what was his name? Hamza something. I mean, I can't pronounce his last name, but he's the Algerian hacker. He's like my age, I think. He became a cyber theft, a criminal taking information of all these companies, hacked the financial institutions, and just donated millions to these Palestinian and African charities. Like that kid's a fucking hero. Because when he got caught, well, he was actually selling some sort of spyware to the undercover FBI. He was in Thailand at the time when he got arrested. He was sentenced to receive the death penalty, and there's just pictures of him smiling while he's in handcuffs. Apparently he didn't resist. He just said goodbye to his loved ones, and he was like, all right, you got me. What a hero. But yeah, that was years ago. Apparently he didn't get the death penalty because cyber fraud wasn't punishable by death, but theft is. I'm sure there's probably some sort of a constituent in there. Of course, someone like him wouldn't be as celebrated or wouldn't be as viral as someone like Kylie Jenner and what she likes on her Eggs Benedict. Oh, she takes it with smoked salmon? Oh my god, that's what I'm gonna have. Basic people just bore me. You know those people who just like blatantly follows literally everything that's top of the current trend? Like there's a few extremes. I know like just the way they talk. I'm not gonna name names, but it's funny because I was actually having this conversation with some of my friends, and they know exactly who these individuals are that I'm talking about. Like they consistently follow the trends year after year in total disregard of who they are as a person. You know, like lost souls who never really got to know their true selves. You know, this one person, I swear, if you ask him like the most basic questions, like who's your favorite fighter? Conor McGregor. Who's your favorite boxer? Oh, Floyd Mayweather, man, he's the best, bro. He's the best, man. Who's your favorite rapper? Drake. Okay, do you have any thoughts of your own, sir? Is there any personality in there? Bro, I got the sickest shoes, man. Check out these new Yeezys. They look insane. I'm just like, yeah? You think so? I mean, I'm seeing them. They kind of look like orthopedic shoes, to be honest. They look like something you're required to wear from a specialist. No, no, bro, these are sick, man. The same dude who's like at Wild Wing every UFC fight because of the hype. Bro, UFC tonight, bro. Let's hit up Wild Wing, bro. UFC. Bro, look at that huge lineup at Jollibee's. I don't know what they serve yet, but let's go line up for it. The Filipino seems to like it. New iPhone just came out. Bro, let me bring my lawn chair to Best Buy. I know it's 3 a.m., but bro, I gotta get one. It's the best. But both genders are equally basic in this regard. Sometimes I just want to ask a person in their car, like just playing the top song on the radio, like, "Hey, sir or ma'am, do you really like this song?" And it's got to be the most commercial sounding half-ass tune that's been like redone over and over again with the same type of beat, melody, hook, chorus, whatever. And I just want to ask, like, do you really like this song, or is it just because it's hot right now? No, like I want you to really think about it. Like, maybe go home, play the song again, sit in your room and play the song without distraction and ask yourself, is this what you really like? Or is it only because it is hot right now and everyone else is listening to it? Is there a soul in there? Maybe. Maybe you don't know and will just continue to follow, or I don't know, maybe I'm just being too judgy and I don't know you like that. Fair enough. Fair enough. But then again, there's also people like me who thinks I'm so cool for being on the other side of the spectrum. Like myself who thinks myself is so cool because I don't watch Game of Thrones. Oh man. You think you're special because you don't like it? It's great. I don't doubt it. Honestly, it seems like a great fucking show. I just never got started on it. I know it takes a couple episodes to get into. Like, I completely get the frustration of recommending something to your friends and they're just not that into it. Especially if it's ingrained into your head that, you're 100% positive that this is something like he or she will like. Like, I actually get angry. When you recommend a movie or a show, one of your highest recommendations, and the good parts come up, when you're looking over at your friend, they're just like down on their phone or whatever, like they're distracted. When it's over, they're just like, man, it was okay. It was okay. Get the fuck out. Get out of my house. It was okay. Because the world revolves around me and my tastes. And my taste in everything is exceptional. What, you think you're better because you don't follow? Certain things I follow. Certain things I've fallen into. It's stupid when I think about it, but I've been wrapped up in all that before. Video game releases, Pokemon Go I followed. Fuck, did that consume 4 months of my life. That was a whole different level. Like when Pokemon Go got released, I was out there, by the Living Arts Center, I remember, in front of Square One with like 500 other zombies on a patch of grass trying to catch a Growlithe. What? I was a fire Pokemon trainer. What do you want from me? Huh? What do you want from me? My lineup was stupid though. Like I had like a Flareon. I remember I had like a Charizard. That one was popular with the ladies, eh? You have a Charizard? Oh my god. Not really. No girl has ever said that to me. I had like an Arcanine, Ninetales. I know it's foolish to keep off fire types, but I was ignorant and I was sure I could beat any water trainer out there. I was dead set on training all fire ones. I made kids cry at the park, okay? That's how determined I was to be the very best there ever was. And then, truth be told, I started doing some dumb shit where I downloaded a mod program where it just helped me relocate to different continents of the world to catch different types. And then I got a little overboard with it and I just used it to like cheat all day. And then eventually I got banned on my account, and that was the end of my Pokemon run. And I was actually glad. There was a part of me that was like, okay, so this whole thing is over now, and I can get back to reality. Because I swear, even I've seen grown men at the park, like guys in their 30s and 40s, just out there like trying to level up. It's the stupidest fucking thing ever. And the game honestly wasn't even designed that well. Like, in order for you to actually beat it, you have to do some sort of repetitive shit for like hours and hours. Like, it'll probably take you, like, if you didn't cheat in any sort of way, it'll probably take more than a year to get to the highest level. So anyways, speaking of Japanese anime stuff, one of my favorite cartoons, One Punch Man, which if you don't know what it is, I would suggest it. I would recommend it. One of the best anime I have ever seen right now. The most basic concept, which sort of mocks all the other ones. There's like subliminal messages, there's violence, there's lessons. It's funny, like the wickedest soundtrack ever. So anyways, One Punch Man is the shit. It'll be out next April. Season 2, that is. And anyways, we are out of time. Really exciting stuff coming up. I'm going to start emailing some record companies so I can get some different type of music, my kind of music, onto this podcast. So hopefully some of them will just respond, letting me know that I'm allowed to use some of their music for the intro and the outros. I'm pretty excited about that. So it's going to be the same type of music, which some of the bands are still around, still very exclusive, my type shit, whether you like it or not. So anyways, guys, thanks for listening. This is episode 7, and that's the podcast. I'll talk to you guys later.